So we got Smack Volume 6 just a few days away, coming up on Saturday. In my opinion, the title for this shouldn't be Smack Volume 6. It should be Smack Volume Classics. Because honestly, on paper, this card looks like it could produce honestly, it could be a card of just straight classic battles, depending on how the battle rappers come and perform on the day of. I was looking over, the names on the card, the matchups before I turned the camera on, and I was trying to think, I freestyle this every single time, but at the same time, it's like not a bad idea to have some thoughts in your mind that you want to discuss. And I was trying to figure out which battle do I think will be battle of the night. Initially, I was gonna say it's either gonna be a toss-up between Arsenal and Jerry West. Arsenal versus Jerry West, and Chilla Jones versus B-Dot. Those are my two original toss-up picks for Battle of the Night. But then when I'm looking at the card, man, honestly, there's so much potential for incredible battles on this that I'm not entirely sure. But if I have to, pick a solid, make a solid pick on Battle of the Night, I'm gonna throw it up between Arsenal versus Jerry West and then Chilla Jones versus B-Dot. If I want to go with just one, that's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. Because Chilla Jones, small room, nasty. Cortez voice. Chilla Jones is nasty in the small room. He's nasty in general, but small room, you hear everything he's saying, the schemes and everything. B-Dot, we already know B-Dot is stupid nasty. But then also, on these volumes in the small room volume setting, Arsenal and Jerry West have been extremely consistent and honestly pretty lethal with their performances and the bars they bring to the table and everything. Just the overall package has been phenomenal for both of them. So I don't know, man, but off of just the bars and stuff, I'm gonna have to go, I guess, Chilla versus B-Dot would probably be battle of the night. When it comes down to breaking them all down, Easy to Block Captain versus T-Top. Fire matchup. We already know the street talk, this, that, and the third. If I had to give it to someone right now, T-Top is a vet now. You could honestly even maybe say he's a super vet now. He hasn't been around as long as the super vets, but he's put in mad work. So you know what I'm saying? He's kind of a super vet in a sense. We know he talks the street talk, but the thing with Easy to me is battle rappers. A lot of times you'll hear, I'm different, or drugs used to always be I'm not regular, or that talk different, whatever, the little, things that people say. And I feel a lot of battle rappers say it, but then it's they be I'm different, nah, bro, you the same. Or I'm not regular, yeah, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, no shots to drugs and that, I'm just saying. But a lot of times battle rappers say that, and then it's just nah, it's kind of in the same genre as everyone else, you know what I'm saying? But Easy, when he be saying the talk different, it really be different the way he be saying stuff. So if I'm gonna go with a pick right now, I'm gonna go with Easy to Block Captain 2-1. I feel with battle rappers, man, when you go up against a newcomer, so to speak, dude, and you've been in the game for years and years and years and years and years now, when you have years in a certain sport, especially this one where it kind of goes with digging up dirt on people. So if you have years in the culture, in the sport, and you're just accruing, certain situations where people could bring that up, yo, nah, but this happened to you, nah, this happened to you, this happened to you, bringing up skeletons from, closet or whatever the case is. It gives the newer person who hasn't been around as long, who hasn't had time to maybe have some shaky situations go down or questionable, or their heart get tested, whatever the case, you don't have as much ammo on the newcomer guy as the newcomer guy has on you. You feel me? So I feel Easy just would have a little bit more to say to T-Top, in my opinion, but who knows? T-Top could prove me wrong for sure, but I'm gonna go Easy 2-1. Ill Will versus Danny Myers. Dope matchup. I feel as though I'm gonna give this to Ill Will 2-1. Also, one thing about this card, it is from what I wanna imagine, it looks like it should be a choke-proof card. I know Danny just had his hiccup versus Jerry West in the anniversary event, but Danny Myers, he's respectfully, I say this, I'm not even trying to troll, but he's had 1,000 battles. You feel me? when you have that many battles, all them lyrics and bars in your head, like every once in a while, you might have that moment where, damn, wait, I actually forget what's, you know what I'm saying? So it happens, you know what I'm saying? If you have mad fights, you're gonna take a loss here and there. But I still, regardless of him choking versus Jerry West, I'm not looking at Danny Myers like a choke artist type of dude. So I feel as though one of the other positives of this card is that it's choke proof. But Ill Will versus Danny, I think that we all know Ill Will. He just caught a 6-0, Miss Miami, and Your Honor. Ill Will is a monster. He always has been. He's just always been in a lot of ways like slept on and underrated. I think that Ill Will is going to take this 2-1. I think that when it comes to stylistically, Danny Myers is dumb fire. He always is, and we know this. He's mad consistent, high energy in all his battles, creative, lyrical, mind-bending type of bars and stuff like that, hard punches, haymakers, or whatever. But Ill Will just has like a little bit more of like a versatile and unpredictable style where like he can rap, super comical and like slow his pace down. He could rap super comical, slow his pace down, but still have some crazy haymaker punches within the slower joking material he's saying. He could turn up on 1,000% energy and start wilding out. You know what I'm saying? He could freestyle. And so can Danny. But like, I just feel as though Ill Will can have, he's less predictable. Danny Myers, regardless of how fire he is, pretty much the format in which he's gonna rap to you. You know what I'm saying? Danny Myers, like, despite the fact that he gives so much energy, the fact that he goes to 1,000% and then he just stays pretty much at 1,000%, in my opinion, if he were to fluctuate his energy and tones a little bit more, it would make some of the things he says hit a lot harder. Because when you're always at 1,000%, there's no elevation beyond that to make you be like, oh, snap. Like, it's just like you always turned up. One thing for Danny Myers, bro, please do yourself a favor, and I say this with respect, man. Don't, after every other 1, 2, 3 bars, say, I'm so cold, I'm too cold, I'm too cold. Like, bro, you gotta know by now, being as super vet as you are, you're definitely a super vet. As much of a super vet as you are, bro, you gotta know, don't hype your stuff. Cortez, nasty, don't hype your stuff. Just let the people react. If people ain't gonna react to the way that you thought the bar should hit, it is what it is. But that again could go with what I was just saying about fluctuating your tones and your energy levels rather than always being just straight to the top. But chill with the I'm too cold thing, because you do it so much. You be doing it for like, no joke, like 10 to 20 bars or 10 to 20 punches, whatever the case is, in a round. Like, that's OD. I'm just be honest with you, bro. If you want to scream, like that Dragon Ball Z charge up, I'm cool with all that. But the I'm too cold after every other, just because you think the crowd should react, chill, bro. Even if you only have one person who just catch it out the sideline, everyone else is quiet. I'm too chill, because it takes away from the effectiveness of what you're about to say next. Ill Will 2-1. Chilla Jones B-Dot. I don't even know how to call this one, yo. Like I said, if I had to judge, debating between this one and Arsenal versus Jay West, I'm gonna go with Chilla Jones B-Dot for Battle of the Night. I don't know how to call this one, man. I don't know. It's all I know is this. That battle should be crazy fire, crazy lyrical, one of those mind-bending type of 5-second delay. Oh, like you just caught the bar type of battles for everything, you feel me? I feel like this battle should have monster replay value, and it's going to probably be quite educational. Like Chilla Jones, B-Dot, JC Loaded Lux, I'm gonna say Kid Chaos too. There's certain like intricate structural type of bar creators, architects, I don't want to say bar architects, but rappers, just to keep it simple, certain rappers who just architect their structure, their bars so intricately that there be times where I be playing these battles and I'm like, yo, hold up, let me pause this. Google search, what did this mean? What is this topic? Or what did, they might say some crazy words. You're like, wait, what the fuck is that? Google, oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's sometimes with these dudes, Chilla B. Dot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I just named a couple. And there's others as well, where you dead gotta stop the battle. And I've seen it in other comments on YouTube or the app. I'll talk about this another thing. But even on the app as well, where it's like, yo, like, I gotta research this real quick because I gotta get enlightened. So I feel like this battle also, aside from it being fire, is going to be educational. Small room battle, everything, maybe not everything, but a lot of what they're gonna say is gonna hit. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna talk about the small room aspect in a minute too. Arsenal, and yeah, like I said, this one, I can't even call this one, man. 2-1 either way. This is gonna be debatable. I already know that. Arsenal versus Jerry West. Fire. I'm dumb hyped for this one. Partially because Arsenal in the small rooms, man, it's kind of these types of setting battles is taking it back to, you know, the Lions Den, the old school joints. You know what I'm saying? Even like certain like old school grind time where it's like a small pack, you know. Yeah, and just like the old school smacks, you know, with the Black Star, the DVD spot, like just the small room aspect, man, everything just, in my opinion, hits harder. Even though, you know, you want to sell tickets, get the money, and get the energy in the crowd. From my personal experience of attending battles, I've always liked physically being in the small room setting versus the big stadium. I mean, the stadium. Stadium, the big bar, the big nightclub. I've always liked small rooms better, and I think it translates better on camera. But Arsenal has been showing up for these small room joints, Kings versus Queens, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's been showing up. Jerry West, I've said this in a few blogs already. I've been in my mind praising Jerry West since maybe like right before I left Vlad TV. He might have just started like really like and popping and like We Go Hard and stuff like that. But like I've been praising Jerry West, at least to myself, thinking like, yo, this dude's gonna blow up for years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that he finally has, you know, gotten as big as he has. It's interesting that he had to, you know, legit like 3-0 body bag smack to finally get that look, but still salute to him because after he got the look, he hasn't dropped the ball. This is another one, man. I'm not even sure. Arsenal, Jerry West. Jerry West is consistent. Super consistent. Arsenal, especially, I mean, Arsenal's always been consistent, but he's been consistent with better landing punches, better structured material in more recent years. I feel as though like all the experience of like past battles, I don't know, he's like tweaked a few things in his like I said, he still does pretty much the same thing, but just like the substance of what he's rapping has been better over the years. This is another one where I'm gonna say 2-1 either way. I feel as though Arsenal with the disrespect. The only thing with Jerry West is like, I don't really know. I mean, maybe he has kids or he has like a girl, or I don't really know what there is to really disrespect on some extra level Jerry West about. You feel me? Like I don't really know what he has in the category of disrespect that you could really go hard with. Maybe Arsenal will dig up some skeletons that Jerry West thought was buried in his backyard from whatever activities he's been in life. I'm not sure. I feel as though Jerry might be able to come at Arsenal with more angles because obviously, like I said, when you've been in the game in the sport for so long, and you have situations that come about, there's a lot of things you could talk about, super vet stuff like that. So I feel like Jerry might have more to say to Arsenal. 2-1 either way. I'm gonna lean it towards Jerry West. Small edge Jerry, but who knows, man? Who knows? This and the Chilla versus B Dot battle of the night, my opinion. K-Shine versus Pat Stay. Fire. Everyone's been waiting for it. A lot of people, I think, have been counting out Pat Stay in terms of him needing a big crowd, the big venue, in order for his bars and the comedy and stuff like that to hit. Remember, y'all, the volumes, it's a small room, but it's not like the anniversary event, which I like the anniversary event where it's like, yo, we just having the battlers and smack. I like it, but but at the same time, it takes away from some of the energy in the battle that translates both in the venue or in the room. It's not even a venue. And also it takes away energy that translates on camera. So it's like I'm 50-50 with the two battlers and smack, even though at the end of the day, that's how boxing is. It's you, the other person, and the ref. People in the crowd though, but you can't gas punches the same way you can gas lyrical punches, you feel me? But yeah, I feel like people have been counting out past day. Sorry about that cat here, because I got like 5 cats in my house. They've been counting out past day for needing a big crowd. Pat don't need a big crowd. There's gonna be more than enough people in, well, I don't know what the setting is. I have no idea what the physical setting is, but I imagine there's gonna be more than enough people in the volume room to give off significant amount of reactions. And I think personally that Pat Stay he's like an awkward, funny, but he can he can hit you with some bars as well. Rapper that like K-Shine, he's gonna come with some energy, he's gonna come with some haymakers, some hard punches, the aggression. But I feel like Pat Stay's just like the equalizer in a sense for like the super gangster image, street tough rap. I feel like Pat Stay's one of those dudes who's just like the equalizer. Like K-Shine will come about this and this and this. And with Pat Stay's style, Pat Stay's just like a battle rap troll in the battle. He's not a troll like outside. He be, doing his family thing, honorable dude, salute to that. But like in the ring, he's a battle rap troll. He just trolls the dudes who try to, put on the persona of I'm gangster. So I feel like K-Shine, in my opinion, is kind of tailor-made for Pat Stay in a sense. I feel like he's kind of tailor-made for him, just my opinion. Yeah, I feel like Pat just has too many angles he could play on, yo. Too many angles. And with the type of, like I said, his rapping style, I'm going to go with Pat 2-1. Nah, I can't say 3-0 on that for sure. Nah. I don't really feel like I could say 3-0 on any of these. If it is, any 3-0s, I don't think it's going to be like some body. I think any of these, if there are 3-0, it's a gentleman's 30 where like they put up a fight. But I can't personally, on paper, look at this and be like, oh, yo, 3-0. Nah. But I'm going to go with Pat Stay for this one. I just think K-Shine's kind of made for Pat Stay style. And Goods versus Geechee, I'm going to go with Henny Cup Goods, man. I'm going to go with Henny Cup Goods. Good style, man, is the swag and whatever the case. And Goods does have bars too. People, he's rapping, bro, obviously. But just Goods also is just one of those dudes. It's just Goods and Pat Stay. We got to see that in the future. Goods and Pat Stay for sure. That'll be tough. But Goods is just one of those dudes, man, where he's like, he cancels out a lot of what his opponents do. You can't do that with everyone, obviously. And Geechee's fire. I just think that with the style that Geechee's going to come in rapping, unless Geechee changes things up and does something completely out of left field and changes his flow, his delivery, the quality, and the substance of what he's talking about, I think that Goods is I think Geechee's style just plays into what Goods is gonna bring to the table. Goods can talk street talk to Geechee. Goods is just thankfully one of the dudes who hasn't, to my knowledge, I'm not trying to be background checking. I'm not Vlad TV. I don't think Goods has been locked up, but Goods, he could talk the street talk to Geechee. He could talk the get money talk if Geechee want to go there. He could talk the whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Geechee fired. But unless Geechee comes in like rare form, super savage Geechee, and like maybe changes up certain things with his style and delivery and the way he raps and the quality structure of the punches, I'm gonna go Goods all the way on that. But like I said, Smack Volume 6 should be subtitled Smack Volume Classics. I think this card is incredible. Definitely looking forward to seeing how it plays out, so stay tuned.